Werewolves. You've read about them, right? Cursed, silver bullets, full moon, all that jazz. But what if I told you there was a werewolf book out there that flips the script? That feels real, raw, and alive. A story that's less about monsters and more about family, identity, and survival. This isn't your grandpa's werewolf story. This is Mongrels, and it's unlike anything you've ever read before. Hey there, everyone. Jim here with Fantasy for the Ages, the show where my son Zach and I like to talk about fantasy, science fiction, horror, and all the wonderfully weird things we enjoy reading and watching. Today, just another Jim solo episode. We're diving deep into one of the most unique werewolf novels ever written. If you love stories that make you feel something, and maybe even squirm a little, you're in for a treat. Before we jump in, please take a second to like the episode, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our upcoming content. All right, let's talk about Mongrels. This book is written by Stephen Graham Jones. It was published in 2016. The genre is contemporary horror, and it's also a coming of age story. Here's a spoiler-lite synopsis. Mongrels tells the story of a young boy growing up on the fringes of society with his uncle and aunt, a small, rough around the edges family that just happens to be werewolves. But this is not a Hollywood horror tale. These are down on their luck nomads scraping by on the margins of the American South, living out of cars, crossing state lines, trying not to get caught, because every bit of attention brings risk. Told through the eyes of the boy as he comes of age, Mongrels is a mix of myth and realism, horror and heartbreak. It's about growing up poor, being an outsider, finding identity, and learning the hard truth of what it means to belong to a family, even one that howls at the moon. It's funny, dark, tender, and brutal, often in the same paragraph. Stephen Graham Jones first hit the scene back in 2000, and though he's mostly known for his horror writings, he's dabbled in a bit of everything: crime, experimental literature, even westerns. By the time he wrote Mongrels, you can feel that experience bursting through. This 2016 novel isn't just a werewolf story. It's a novel about werewolves, the same way The Godfather is about the mafia. That's the framework, not the heart. The heart here is the family, the grit, the quiet heartbreak of people who live on the move and never quite fit in. Jones uses the werewolf condition as a metaphor for being the outsider, for growing up in poverty, for racial and cultural otherness, for never being normal enough to be accepted. Yet he still gives us those grounded, visceral moments of transformation, blood, and survival that make this undeniably a horror novel. It's authentic, it's powerful, and it's strangely relatable. This is how it might really be if werewolves lived among us. Maybe they do. Here's 8 reasons I've come up with that you might really enjoy reading Mongrels. Number 1, you love stories that reinvent classic monsters in fresh, grounded ways. Number 2, you appreciate gritty, Southern Gothic road narratives with heart. My third reason, you're drawn to coming-of-age tales that hurt a little. Fourth, you enjoy horror that's more about people than jump scares. My fifth reason, you like dark humor mixed with melancholy and truth. Number 6, you want to feel empathy for the monsters. Number 7, you admire sharp literary prose that still knows how to snarl. And my final reason, you're a fan of unreliable narrators and layered storytelling. After Mongrels, Jones took a 4-year break before we saw any more novels. Since then, he's been on an absolute tear. The Only Good Indians, the Indian Lake Trilogy, The Buffalo Hunter, and more. All of these novels showcase an author who has now fully mastered his craft. But Mongrels was the turning point, the cusp between the writer he was and the legend he's become. It's rough, real, and unforgettable. If you missed this one, go back and read it. You'll see the brilliance that was about to explode in the 2020s. So good. Thanks for watching this episode of Fantasy for the Ages. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and drop a comment down below. Have you read Mongrels already or any other Stephen Graham Jones works? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I do try to reply. And of course, a big thank you to our Patreon supporters who help keep this channel running. You all make it possible for us to keep creating the content we love. If you'd like to support us, check out the Patreon link down below for exclusive perks and early access to our videos. I'm Jim. This has been Fantasy for the Ages. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.